It's Podraza. I'm not making any of this up. I do feel if he can, and all of this goes all wacko every time I try to even think about being with a male. I think that I have the capacity to be with Stephen Kotler. I think he's strong enough in terms of handling what I have to be able to relax a little on. And I can work with him hand in glove, I feel, in terms of what his knowledge is. Granted, I don't have his medical prowess. I am not an MD, a DO. I don't know whether I could memorize as well as he, but from the perspective of how we can think and work together, I think we would be a good match. I don't know what's going on. He said something about through Thanksgiving. You can rest assured, if they're anything like this, they'd have a mate there. And you know, I've lived this life. If I say this, they go and do it. I am listened to by the other side. That's what I call the other side. I am not they. I am this. But I understand them because I've dealt with them so long that it's almost, it is hell-holing because you can almost tell what their next move will be because I've dealt with them so very long. But the good levels are not good because they run me to the ground. The only time I could pull it off pretty well was with that mind out there. And as I tell you, that is what I've told you is the truth found that. And I happen to think I believe that Yentl. He was right about the Austrian Polish Yiddish Jew. Now, you call me as you need to, and we'll fill in the missing blanks. It's easier that way, if you don't mind. And your poor husband had to take the extra messages. Really, I don't want to wake you up. I tried to do it in one demanding round. I was accused of being demanding, but I was partially shut down. Now that is too demanding for you and your husband, but I tried to do it in one sitting almost to get through this. Because I tell them it didn't balance right at the bank, and they still will not call and redo that. I don't see that their figures are correct. Now, my son has all on that. It's Pat again. As far as then some female says she's caught, I'm tired of these females. They are a pain in the neck, and there's nothing about it. They would crack your neck right off and kill you, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of Manson's gang, and I wouldn't trust that Manson's gang is supposed to be dead, or somebody connected in it with him is at large anyway. And that is where we're at on this hellhole of a thing. I lost my house anyway, my single-family attached dwelling. It isn't, and that is where it's at. I lost that place, and everybody went berserk anyway over that, and it took time. Now, I'm going to tell you, I am not going to be upset with you. Ask any question, give me a call, I'll fill in any of the missing blanks, but I'm tired of some female in my ear, period. That is where this is at. You see, I don't want to hear about another female taking away a male that maybe he'll think about being with me. And that is where it's at. If he's major wealth, well then go cross the line. And that is where this is at anyway. Because I'm telling you, I'm the one who fought for that practice and believed in it. I don't know who else was. So anyway, that's where we're at. You have a good night. Give me a call any time of it. If I don't get to the phone, I'll call you back if I fell asleep. So I don't want that son is trying to be loyal to me. And I'm loyal to his friends. And there's a nice one also that's on the way to Wyndham, close to that region, also Stott. Now, I'm going to tell you, the people in Raymond, Maine, were good to me. And I'll tell you, there's some time, point in time, I want to go there. And I want to clock that crazy walk I took. And I want to know how long it took me to do that. And that kid that drove like the wind, but he was very good to me. Now, I'm telling you, I don't want to forget those who have been good to me in the midst of this. Mr. Grimmel, that gas station that stole my mother a car that ran like crazy up and back Wyndham, and I couldn't help. I mean, good morning. Thought it was a nice conversation last night. Left you an email on that, on some reference to that. Number 2, I don't know whether I can write at all. What I researched was a dictating machine that I can change the grammar and all of that as I write. I don't know whether it has the capacity. My son has handled enough. I think he should be able to call that bank and tell him to dock that money and be respected anyway. That should be able to be done. Whether he wishes to or can, in terms of emotional, psychological capacity, etc., I do not know. What you do is jam those Podrazas, and they'll pay for it. And they'll pay for it, put on this system. And I'll try to begin all the way back since I was a child. I'll try. That is to supplement my reading, what I do financially, the theater, the TV, and I'll try to see what I can do and what I can figure out. I'm not an expository writer, so it would be a short one. I don't know how to bring that into fruition, but that is what I had to have, was something that dictates to the thing, and I augment it, editorialize it as I do it accordingly, or it'll work with me because I write and punctuate differently for emphasis, and I've done it for a long time. I never disagree with you. I already researched that. I'm trying to volunteer to work for somebody editing his material if he were writing. Now, I write differently, and I don't disagree with your impact, and I'm thrilled. I look forward to those books. That is not easily found on that system. I'm glad that kid put that thing together with the TV. I require it financially. I require it for research. And I'm going to tell you, that was the problem a long time ago also. Now, there is a program on there that can type something, but it is not connected. Now, whether it goes with Google, I don't know. I may leave that message with my son, but that bow straightened out. Received, I forget what hour it was, maybe around 10, a call from your husband's number. I know he's not going against you, etc. But you must know that that was done on my phone. And if somebody else was playing games on that, then I'm telling you they were playing games. And I certainly would not be exclusively speaking to your husband without you. You are a team together. And you must know that. I can't be worried about writing this. The other stuff is background down there, and I think it's important. Now, those Podrazas we have to deal with, I feel that Ellie situation owes me, and they're not answering. They can buy the program if necessary, and whatever it is, put in here. And that balance on that bank has got to stop with their docking me money on that when I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't want that done anymore. And it makes me very angry due to their wanting me to be with a female. Well, I can deal with a decent one. You're a decent one, I feel. And that is where we're at. Now, I need a husband. Nothing has changed on that idea of Stephen Cutler. You must keep that. He's calm enough for me to deal with. That stays static. Now, anything that he requires, I can work with. That still I'm willing to wait for. But I'm telling you, I'm mad about that other stuff. I can't be all day going to zero in a bank account, and this is not against you at all. I wanted to send you that money. You're pro bono or whatever you're doing. I'm telling you, when there is a male, we pay you for the time, and that is done. That son, if I'm working, is going to be given the money straight out to finish that house and the way he requires it done without any worrying anymore. Also, I am not angry with you. I am angry with the preventals, as I call them, and that is where I've been at. Now, love my apartment. It's a beautiful day. Saw the sunrise. I even wrote it that way to you. You have a beautiful day. I don't think this is as early. I just can't waste time. I got to get in the shower. I do have to read.